recording. Okay, so basically, as you can see here, we have the problem. It says deforestation. It's caused by human activity. So this is the reason why we have this problem. And then it asks, what do you think can be done to solve this problem? So they want us to provide solutions. So yeah, it's a problem and solution essay. And here we're already given the problem, so we should write some causes. So what human activity is done that causes deforestation, and what solutions can we implement to solve it? So basically we have the same structure, introduction, where first we paraphrase the task, and second we give arguments. So it's what are the causes? We can give like one cause and one main solution. In body paragraph, we write this arguments, yeah? Our argument here, human activity. We should be specific because it says examples. So what are the specific causes of human activity and what are the specific solutions? And then we have the conclusion. So as you remember during the first session, I told that first we do some planning. And first, I want you to brainstorm ideas. So, do you know what is deforestation?
No.
Cutting the trees.
Yes. So deforestation is because we cut the trees, we have less forest, less green areas, and it's bad for the environment. So that's our problem. Now you should think of causes. So each of you, Danyari should give me one cause, and Sivari should give me one cause, like a reason. What human activity, what's the reason of deforestation? Why are we cutting the trees? And think of one solution. How can we prevent this problem? How can we solve this problem? Okay, so one reason why we cut trees and one solution, how can we tackle with the deforestation? As you're ready, just let me know.
Вслух или писать?
Yeah, you can say it out loud.
So it goes because people need some paper and solution we can reuse it.
Yeah,
Reuse
very
used
nice.
paper.
Yeah, absolutely right. First one, usage of paper. Like it's pretty, like I would say essential material for us because we use it for books, for, I don't know, like so many different things. And solution, as you said, either we can recycle it or we can start using electronic version like ebooks, or we can use electronic documents instead of printing. We can just save it like on a computer or electronic devices. Okay, Sivara, what about you?
I also think like to using, for example, to make like furniture, some kind of stuff, and we can use the renewable like materials maybe to solve this problem.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you're right with furniture. I think many, like, first of all, tree is great material. Like it's recyclable, reusable. People use it for as a furniture, etc. However, many people, we can say that there is such problem as consumption because people they have impulsive buyings and they like currently we're living in consumer era. So as a solution, we can educate people to consume maybe like with limits, like limitation consuming. So it will be conscious shopping, so which will result to maybe like declining numbers of like cutting trees, buying things, etc. Okay, very nice. So these are our arguments. Hi, Alina. Today we are doing writing task, and basically we were discussing that this task is like a problem and solution essay, because here we're given the problem. This is the reason, like the cause of problem, and they ask us for solutions. That's the way we will write. In body paragraph, we are going to write some causes. We can write like 2 main causes, and in body paragraph 2, we can write 2 main solutions. And right now we discussed that first reason of human activity is usage of paper, and second one is overconsumption, which is buying different products which are made from like trees. And the solutions is using electronic devices instead of paper and educating people on overconsuming. Okay. So first, we are going to quickly write our introduction, which is paraphrasing. So the first sentence, we should paraphrase it. And second, we are going to write our thesis. So here we don't really need position because we're not asked our opinion. We're going to just write the arguments. So first, you paraphrase this, and then you state that the main reason behind deforestation is overconsumption. Therefore, to solve it, for example, people should start being aware of their shopping habits and maybe like start using electronic devices more. So, and that's going to be your arguments. Is it clear? Yeah, is it clear how to write? Okay, I will give you 5 minutes. So this is the time that you should write your introduction in. When you're going to start writing in your exam, you should consider only 5 minutes to complete it. Okay, so I will tell you when your time is up. You can write it and send to the chat. Okay, guys, are you ready with your introduction? Yeah, anyone? Sivaro? Danyar, maybe you ready? Okay. Let me read first Alina's. Nowadays, human beings can cause serious problem with almost anything, and one of them is deforestation. We can see things made by forest trees in anything we use throughout the day: furniture, paper, table, kitchen desk, etc. Using these things more than we have to could be reason of deforestation nowadays. That's why we should be using things that could be swap the wood. For example, we could use plastic instead of wood. Okay, really nice, but you have so many details that actually we don't need in introduction. So these details are great during your main body. So I would suggest you to leave the very first sentence that you wrote: human beings can cause serious problems with almost anything, and one of them is deforestation. Very nice. And then give one reason. You can see this problem is caused by human activity such as over-consuming, as people buy all the things like made out of wood. And then you can give the solution, and you can say that that's why it's important to, for example, change the material, or you can say, so I'm not really sure that using plastic is a great idea. So I can suggest that people can maybe instead of not just swap the plastic, but reduce the usage of, oh, sorry, reduce the usage of wood. So you can say that in order to solve this problem, people should start reducing the number of things or of like things they use out of wood.
Okay.
Next one, Sivara, yours. It's generally acknowledged that individuals' activities have a detrimental impact on environment, which leads to deforestation. This essay describes the problem and solution for it. The main issue is overconsumption and educating people to purchase consciously and using electronic device. So here, I liked your first sentence, the paraphrase, and then you don't need the second sentence. This essay describes, you don't really need it. You can say that the main issue is overconsumption, and the solution is to educate people to purchase consciously and to utilize electronic devices.
Okay.
Okay, and last one, Danyar, yours. Nowadays, deforestation is severely impacting the environment in many places of our world. The solution to this problem is to educate people to use resources properly and also to use electronic devices to reduce paper use. Okay, I really like it. And you can paraphrase the word use as usage. So for example, to reduce paper usage. And you haven't added like the reason. So you can say that the main reason of this is overconsumption, and the solution to problem is to educate. Okay. All right. And then I wrote it myself, so you can take a look at my version. I wrote something like, a significant environmental issue as deforestation is taking place in many continents around the world. The main reason of this problem is human overconsumption. Therefore, to reduce the number of lodging, first, government should implement some regulations, and second, people must be informed and educated about the problem. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Okay. So if you don't have any questions, then we have, as you remember, our body paragraphs. So in body paragraph, actually nothing changes. First, you write topic sentence, which is your argument. For example, for body one, we will write reasons. So overconsumption, right? First, you should write statement like overconsumption is the main problem or is the main reason behind the deforestation. And then you explain why and how it works, and then give examples, which Alina wrote, very nice examples about furniture, about paper, table, kitchen, everything. And then in second paragraph, you do the same, but with the solutions. So you state, in order to solve this problem, let's say people should be informed and educated. And then you explain how or why. You can say that children should be raised in a way that they should care about environment, they should care about ecology, and you can say that these rules should be implemented by schools, by families, and then so on. And then you can give an examples. You can say that school can have a subject such as environment, where people or children will be educated, etc. Or you can say that government should implement regulations. And then a conclusion, which will be the same as your introduction, but paraphrased. So I want to give it as a homework for you to like write this essay. And then I'm going to take a look the way you looked at the arguments, what did you wrote. So please take this as your homework. And since we have not much time left, I want to take a look at these two questions for speaking. So first one is, what kinds of natural environments do you enjoy spending time in? So let's answer this one by one. First, Sivara.
What kinds of natural environments do you enjoy spending time in? So that's an interesting questions. For me, in my like spare time, I enjoy walking around in wilderness area. It like in the especially in the countryside, where there is no like air pollution or there is no there is a quiet I love spending time in a quiet place, so where I can like walk, spend my time doing like different activities, enjoy spectacular views, and so on.
Okay, thank you. Mhm.
Wilderness like area.
Yeah, it's better to say just like wild area.
Wild area. Okay.
All right. Next one, Danyar.
How to understand natural environments.
You don't understand what's natural environments?
Like just nature.
Yeah, so there can be a different environments such as like water places, like sea, ocean, river. We have mountain areas. We have forests. So yeah, different environments that are like what is like nature, I guess.
So when I have some free time, I like to go to the forest or near to the lake so I can walk around and breathe some fresh air. I can stop thinking about your study problems and just take some rest from the world. Is it okay?
Yeah, okay. I would also suggest you to add maybe like more sentences. For example, you can say something like, during my routine, I'd like to take a break, and I really enjoy going out somewhere to forest or near the lake. The nature really like fascinates me because I have some time to get connected with the nature. I usually take rest from my studies. It gives me energy to be there. I really enjoy walking around, thinking about my life, and just resting. Okay, Alina.
Well, for me, I couldn't say that I like the wild natural environments, but I like the natural environments like in the city. It's, for example, the parks. It's some kind of alley, alley. Um, for example, there are botanical park, there are presidential park, there are several like natural environments. There are little lake. So for me, it's not about the place or about what kind of natural environment it is. For me, it's like who I spend the time with. So that that's all.
Okay, yeah, very nice. Um, so basically, right, I suggest also that you can say something like, I'm not a huge fan of natural environments. I prefer going out somewhere in the city, such as parks, etc. And your idea of going out with someone is great to say in the beginning. You can say like, it depends who I go with. So most of the time we visit different parks, alleys, water sites, and you can describe like what you do there. You can say that I prefer just sitting, enjoying the view, chatting with nice people, maybe having some picnics. Yeah.
Okay.
And we have one more question. What do you think can be done to help solve the problems of environmental pollution? So when you're asked this question, I highly suggest you to focus on one environmental problem. So like pollution, you can say air pollution, plastic pollution, or maybe water pollution. It depends. So first, Sivara.
So I choose air pollution. It is how to say, the main issues nowadays in 21st century, due to the fact that in cities especially, we have a lot of cars, and it leads to air pollutions. So for the solutions, I guess the nowadays the authorities and the like government like are likely to try to use electronic cars and implement this for the people, doing different like sales, which aids people to purchase them in with low price. So that's it.
Okay. Yeah. So you can say something like air pollution is one of the biggest problems we're facing. And then you can say the reasons, so how the air pollution works. You can say, unfortunately, because we are like very much industrialized world, we have a lot of factories, we have vehicles going around that produce CO2, the carbon dioxide gas, which unfortunately, first of all, pollutes the air, and second of all, brings to global warming. Yes, it is a part of our current life. However, if we would like to have a great nature, if we'd like to preserve our world, we should solve this problem. First of all, I believe that it's governments and the authorities' responsibility to put different regulations. And second of all, of course, it highly depends of every individual, of choices we make every day. And I believe that first of all, we should use more public transport because it effectively reduces the gas which is produced by cars. Second of all, we should put different limits and to factories. And third of all, I think it's the energy we use. We try to, I guess, also implement renewable energy because when we use coal, we have a lot of toxins going into the air. And with renewable energy, we don't have this problem. And I think, yeah, overall, people should be more conscious about their decisions.
Okay.
Okay, great. Next one, Danyar.
So nowadays, plastic pollution is one of the most biggest problem in our environment. I think that main cause of this problem is that people don't know how to consume plastic wisely. So the main solution to this problem, I think that we should teach people how to consume their plastic wisely and how to sort trash so people can reuse plastic so there will be less pollution of plastic.
Okay, yeah, very nice. But you lack of specific details, examples. You can say that how do you see the plastic pollution? You can say something like very nice places are like polluted with plastic bottles, with plastic bags for animals, even in the water, like such as turtles. We have so many examples when turtles die because of the plastic straws. And all these problems should be acknowledged. And then you can give an example of recycling. You can say, currently, countries started implementing the recycle 3R. This policy is called 3R: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So some European countries, they implemented 3 different categories for like trash recycling. One is for paper, second one is for plastic, and third one is for glass. You can say that people should implement this in their homes and try to recycle and reuse as many plastic as they can. And maybe they should stop purchasing like plastic products. Okay, and last one, Alina.
I want to say about air pollution too. Like nowadays, we all know that the air is really dirty, and it's not only in our Astana city, or it's almost in every city in Kazakhstan. So I could suggest planting more trees because, for example, in our house there are they starting to surround the planting trees. In nowadays it's like looking better, and there are like some days ago there were what you no there were environmental cleaning stuff in our country, in our city. So I think it helped our environment in the city, and it could make our like air pollution better. So that's all.
Hmm. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, again, very nice solution, but you should a bit talk about the problem itself. For example, you can give some background. You can say, I'm from, let's say, Almaty. Unfortunately, this problem that we face every day. We breathe not fresh air because of all the toxins and like pollution we have. Many people get sick, and in order to solve this problem, I believe that we should consider planting more. Of course, some people will say that Almaty is green city. However, it is not sufficient for trees we have to freshen the air. So I believe that's responsibility of every citizen and every person to plant at least one tree. And you can say even it's important to be environmentally responsible. And I think that every person should be maybe like active in different environmental events.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, how you should talk related to the problems and like natural world, environment, ecology. Anytime you're asked about like environment and ecology, you should provide one specific example. As you can see, it's just very broad, just the problems of environment pollution, right? But if you can be as specific as you are, you can get a higher score. So yeah, I think it's great to have maybe like in mind one environmental problem. What are the reasons and what are the solutions? And just talk all the time about that. You can even write about it and yeah, just have one in mind. And as I mentioned earlier, your homework is going to be writing this task. Okay, do you have any other questions?
No.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I remember that somebody sent me a writing task, but I have not checked it. So if it was some of you, then I'll check it until Monday.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For example, if I go to IELTS and I don't understand the question in writing task, what should I do?
Yeah, which question?
So just, for example, if я пойду и там не пойму вопрос, what should I do?
I cannot hear you well. Could you be a bit louder?
If I go to IELTS and there I don't understand writing task question, for example.
Mhm. Well, actually, it's really difficult to give you a recommendation because the understanding is like a key, it's a foundation. So first try to translate it. Yeah, but before going to IELTS, I would recommend you to take a look at all the topics. So there are different topics, art, health, work, etc. So take a look at them, look possible tasks you may get. You can just Google it like IELTS writing task 2, and you will get different topics and everything else. Because task achievement, it's a very first criteria. They will look how you handle the task, your arguments, the quality of your overall writing. If you address the task properly, that's the very first like, foundation, I would say. If you did it well, they will score you better. And with other criteria, even though if you had grammatical mistakes, you may get a better score rather than you wrote great with no mistakes. But if you did not address the task properly, you may get a worse score. So yeah, try to take a look at different essays, how they wrote it, the answers, topics, and I assume this will help you with understanding. Okay?
Okay.
So yeah, the understanding of topic is the very first step. And then it's understanding of a type. For example, the topic is deforestation, type is problem and solution. And then third one is structure, and fourth one is grammar. Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay, if there are no questions, thank you so much for joining, and I will see you next Tuesday.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.